everybody, and welcome back to some more Minecraft Desync. Not Vanilla, but Secret Saturday Edition. We last left off. Started running out of wood. So what we're going to do, we're going to just burn through it. Try and get through as much of it as we can, and then we can just chop trees. There appears to be a missing part of my floor. Severely, yes, based on my own flooring. Yeah, we just need to get this mostly safe. Got some extra torches around outside. Not the greatest place, but you know, it works. Give some livelihood out here as well. Oh, okay. We're leaving. Oh, I do not. Oh, down and out. Oh, all right. Well, that's gonna be a long walk. Ah. All right then. What do we have here? Is there any tasks we can do here before I spend 20 minutes wandering? What we got here? Got some TNT. Plenty of sand here. I don't come back here very often. Lava. I'll take that with me. Looks like a lot of this stuff is like ready for paintings. How many? Actually, let's go in here. What paintings have you even accomplished in here? Right. Oh no. I think what happened here is while we were doing this, I ran out of TNT, and that's the only explanation I got for why I stopped doing it like this. Yeah. Also because we're in 1.5, we actually don't need all that space. We're actually way further ahead in vanilla than we are here. Okay, that checks out. Our grass is still growing. Slow as dirt. Okay. Good to see, though. The most obvious change that doesn't exist is this guy. You know, I think that mountain in this version is actually a lot brighter because there's actually torches on this one. That's another one. That's because of the greenery. In either case, I can at least see the statue, or at least see my head a little better. Ko's Castle in honor of Ko's quest. Oh, none of this is grown. All right. We have gunpowder here. Alrighty, I'm going to move this and turn it into explosives. I don't know why it ended up in here. But does this make sense on why I say I need a centralized storage hub, right? Does this make sense? Because I apparently can't even remember where I put any of my equipment. We're going to make TNT right now. Before I forget. I didn't bring this. That's been sitting here for who knows how long. All right. Two, three, four, five. I need to make sure I have this ready next time I come back here. I don't. I'll never remember it's here again. I'll never remember. I will never remember. Just goes to show how stupid I am. At times, you know? Someone could have been screaming at me for ages and I would have never known. Or stacks of TNT. Do you know how useful this would have been ages ago? Alright, well, we're gonna stow this in our workshop. And I guess I'll bring a stone axe to beat somebody to death with. Yeah, sounds about right. Actually, while I'm here, do I have any... I mean, not really. I don't really have any equipment out here anymore. All of it's gone. Because of just the distance is evolved. Okay. Well, you know what? That's something we can do. We can just chop trees out here. Because those chunks aren't loaded. At least I don't think they are. We can just... we're gonna just chop some trees here instead. Because that might be a better use of time. Nobody wants to see me walk back for an eternity. So, time to chop the trees. What do you think? Is this place safer? Is this place safer than the vanilla? Or does it look safer because everything's a bright neon green? I think it's probably the bright neon green. Because it certainly helps. So I guess the next task after this one So we have the Dwarven Dungeon. Not the Dwarven Dungeon, but we have a little Dwarven Keep. And our little lake. The juxtaposition in builds, kind of funny. I just spent all my time in for 1.2 in the Nether. Spent all of the effort to rebuild the whole Nether highway. Here, I can't. There's no reason to rebuild the infrastructure because all the infrastructure has to go through a single hub anyway. And probably soon, multiple hubs, depending. Because if I think about it, the Nether hub compressed everything by 8, so all this stuff is a lot closer than it technically is out here. So eventually I'm going to start, just to save space, I'm going to compress the region in which I build because I just don't want to travel. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. Because the hotel ride alone, the Hotel Atlantis ride alone is, I think, 20 minutes. Just the ride. Because it's 3,000 out and... Yeah, it's worth 3,000. It's 3,000 out and it's 3,500 plus away. That's not a small distance. But I think that's a good thing. It means this world can't get too big without me forcing it to be large. Like, this place is theoretically infinite, but it's not truly infinite. If there is one thing that I could do is... It would be like 40,000 blocks away. But, you see this level seed? This is still using the alpha terrain generator. I could, in theory, technically find a monolith out here. And go to it. That could be cool. That could be cool. I don't know what I do out there. The artificial one I built. And now I was like, hey, do you want to either place 40,000 or mine 80,000 blocks of cobblestone? I think at that point, I think that's like one of the tracks that I would most certainly just burrow into the dirt. Instead of doing a sky bridge. Because at least down into the dirt, I would be getting something out of it long term. But I'd at least be finding iron ore or cobblestone or diamonds just to actually make 40,000 tracks. God, I don't even think I've mined 40,000 iron in this world. Let alone place that many tracks. But we got, what, 1,000, maybe plus 500, plus 3,000. We've probably got about 10,000 in tracks. And every time that does eat into the iron budget. Like, I'm not sure if I have enough iron. Yeah, that's another reason why I'm like, I've got to compress these builds. I don't want to spend 5 bajillion years just burrowing in the dirt. Because I need iron for the next railway project. Also gives a reason to be out here. Classic forest. I think you're new trees. Don't remember these ones being here. Don't remember. Maybe they were already here. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. I think we basically hollowed out all we can. Not much. Much more in the simple department that I can burrow. These old growths are finally being chopped down. You know, that's actually something we could do. It would be really hard. It'd be hard to pull off in this one, but I might do it for the other one. Everyone has probably heard me at this point say, I hate digging big trees. But what if I just make a forest of big trees? Hello. Thank you, Gapple. What if I make a forest of big trees? Like, imagine. It would be very interesting because no forest operates like that in Minecraft. Alright, these will never grow until I come back, but at least they're here. Next time I'm here for a prolonged period of time. Which is whenever I come back and make some paintings. Yeah, a large forest of trees could be an interesting build attempt. Like, because there's no real easy way to make a spooky forest, and I'm not going to sit there and handcraft 5 bajillion trees without shears. At least the shears, make it plausible for me to build trees. Here, I'm completely reliant on RNG. RNG-bus. Don't get that too close to this. I need a line of sight. I am not fishing you out, my good sir. You got yourself into that prison, you can get yourself out. Alright. Well, we got some stuff. Place these back. Getting a lot of wool out here. I thought I had way more wool. Maybe that was... Oh, that was in the other chest. That way. I'll put this away too. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode of Minecraft Desync. Not so exciting. When we catch back up, I will have walked for 40 minutes. Bye-bye!